I think that we're all scientists. We're all born creative. We're all born investigative. We want to open the things that say don't open. We want to walk through something because we want to just see what's on the other side. That's why one of my biggest spiritual beliefs is like we're supposed to be as childlike as possible. Have that sense of wonder for life. Go explore. Go see if you can do something new with something that's been commonly understood. See if you can provide like an alternative way of thinking about it. It doesn't matter if you end up at the same point. At least you got there on your own. One of the things I learned from Neville, and I've talked about this a couple of times, was how it's so pointless to seek out the conclusion, seek out the results, seek out the evidence before you do an experiment. You know, we're all scientists. We're supposed to be doing our own experiments, but experiments don't have to be in a laboratory. They don't have to be around vials and flames and random chemicals and hazmat suits. And if you're wearing a hazmat suit and you're doing experiments, like, what you doing? Because it's clearly not good for humanity, whatever it is that you're doing. But anywho, I digress. You can experiment with yourself like I'm doing right now. It's like right now I'm doing a fast. I'm seeing if I can go 40 days. That's an experiment for me. I am testing out my own mental discipline. Just like how you can experiment with a new car. When you test drive a car, that's an experiment. When you try a new food, that's an experiment. But some of you don't even register that as being an experiment because I'm not a scientist. Society didn't tell me that. I don't have a degree to be a scientist, so that's not an experiment. That's just me trying something new. No, you're experimenting. Why is everything else experimenting, but who you choose to lay with in college, when you try and get your freak on, it's like, why is that experimenting, but trying out new food isn't? It's one and the same. Everything's an experiment. But what's going on in our society is put us in a box. So now all the research, all the things that you do to be, peer reviewed, to be accurate, to be fundamentally sound, have to reside within that box that's been dictated by us, by all the people that made our curriculums and stuff. So this is science. This is what you are allowed to look into. That other stuff is demonic. That other stuff is satanic. Yeah, you're scared of that. Yeah. Keep looking in here. That's all you get, this little box, this little circle. But you have to understand, when you break out of this and you start to realize how much of your life literally is an experiment, start to have fun with it and see what cool stuff you can come up with, or see what cool stuff you can do. You can experiment with a new perfume, a new cologne. You can experiment with how does exercise make my body feel. Me personally, I can once again, test how long I can go without food, or at least solid food or whatever. It's like, make it a game. All these experiments are something that we call challenges. They're all the same. It's the same energy anyway. You accomplish the challenge. Your experiment has a favorable outcome. Then cool, you won. And now you learn something new about something out there, or you learn something about yourself. One of the biggest things I'm learning is how critical it is to learn how to reprogram your mind, reprogram your body. You're the one in control. As much as possible. And it's like the only way that you give up a fast is when you make the decision to give up. If you find yourself faltering, okay, somehow make it easier for yourself. Instead of the regular chlorophyll drops, I got mint chlorophyll drops. At least I get to taste a little something. It's like, or I'll take a supplement that I know is going to help me with energy, or an herbal tea that's a good combination for meditation to curb the appetite, all that type of stuff. I'm experimenting as I go. But some people, one day, hopefully I make it to the end and I'm 40-day fast. This is what this is what I did. This is what I ate. And someone's going to be like, oh, well, you ate the sea moss. That's solid. I'm like, bro, if that's something that you want to point out, you missed the entire point of this. This was my experiment. And I was just testing things to see whatever I had to do to make it to 40 days. Because you ain't going to be able to tell me nothing after that. Oh my gosh. And that's why I keep my eye on the prize for motivation. I made so many videos yesterday because it was keeping me occupied, but it was fun because when I motivate you, it motivates me. It makes me feel good to give you energy. It's like I'm realizing now how different energy can fuel your body. Some people I used to, or some people I watch, some people I used to watch. I remember as prophetic as they are, as intelligent, as wise as they are, there's certain things that I disagree with about fasting. I've heard people that I used to watch say how fasting ruins the body and all this type of stuff. I'm like, well, maybe, but I think it kind of boosts it up because it makes the energy around you more obvious. If everything is energy and we're at the point where we're starting to manifest things in our lives, we have an impact over our lives. The things that materialize in your world are just a form of energy that are only in your world because you attracted them. Like attracts like. So where I'm going with it is like that same energy that was created to make that thing that you wanted in your world, you can access that at the raw form, the raw data. Just go with the pure energy and just like see yourself, visualize yourself just inhaling a bunch of energy. Come outside and get grounded. You know what I'm saying? It's like come outside and do all that type of stuff. All of this helps your body get reacclimated to a different food source and to the energy around you, like the mana, the prana. I don't know all the different words that people use, but it's all around you. Especially when you just get outside, even though the sun is kind of like fogged up right now, like it'll clear up a little bit later. But it's like, go get you some sun, because the sun literally feeds you. It's like, especially if you're a melanated individual, it's like there's some different things with the skin. It is what it is, but it's like you come outside and just eat from the big bright thing in the sky. If not, take all your energy from Mother Earth, Mother Nature. There's energy everywhere. So why is it that the only energy that we can put into our bodies has to be this solid food that they sell to us? All this solid food that comes with its own side effects, kind of like the drugs that they dish out. You eat too many Oreos, you're gonna like have a sugar crash. You're gonna have a sugar spike. You know what I mean? It's like you want to eat all the BS, you want to eat all the drink all the sports drinks, and you're not even exercising. You just like the rush of the electrolytes and the high levels of sugar and all that type of stuff. Okay, it comes with a side effect, just like the drugs that they're going to give you when, like 20 years down the line, you have to go to the what's that place called? Hospital. That's how long I've been in one. To go to the hospital to like heal your pancreas. What's wrong with your pancreas? Well, you've been attacking it. You've been bombarding it with a chemical that we all love so much called sugar. And when you break that addiction, like first it was like a food addiction for me. Then it was like the addiction to sugar, because it was like, okay, my mind was like just like giving me flashes of food, like random a piece of pie, random, like I was thinking about meat, like, you know what I mean? I was like, nope, I definitely ain't going that far. Wait a minute, you just want something to give yourself that dopamine rush. There's so many things you learn from fasting, but I'm gonna keep on making videos like this along the way. It keeps me occupied, and hopefully it can work out for some of you. Hopefully this type of stuff helps you out. My mind is blank. That's the one thing I will say. Sometimes my mouth moves a lot faster than my brain, but it is what it is. So I hope that helped. I don't even remember what I just said, but I'm just gonna upload that and hope y'all enjoy. Peace. Till the next one.